Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Fuel for My Fire, episode 33.
Episode 33, and Tom isn't here on the most Irish of episodes.
We are joined by, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Magic Malka, as I know, or Álvaro, depending of how much money I owe you. Don't tell the taxman. And yeah, so a lot of people that come to the griefing have seen me before. You know, basically when John opened this place, I was already here, trapped in the cellar. A couple of weird symbols around, some chains, and now he cannot get rid of me. That's the problem with magicians.
Yes, love it. Yeah, well, hopefully we're going to get a bit of magic later in the episode, so I'm really excited about that. So that's going to be lots of fun. So yeah, episode 33. How's everyone feeling today?
Not bad, enjoying the weather.
Oh,
And
God,
enjoying the weather.
That's the reason I moved from Spain, you know.
What, you don't like
the diet and the weather is great. Yeah.
Is that a joke or is that?
Yeah.
I can tell for a second.
I woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I don't get wet enough in public.
Exactly.
And I need more beans in my diet.
I need more bland boiled food and less sun.
Yeah. Too much vitamin D.
No, exactly.
It's a problem.
No, it's fucking crazy at the moment. But yeah, no, we've made it. So yeah, I mean, been doing pretty well at the moment. You know, poor old. What is Tom doing? Why is he not here?
He's gone to France.
Oh yeah, of course. He's gone to Toulouse for work, hasn't he? Building aeroplanes for the French. That's what he does.
Happens to the best of us.
It does. Yeah, I mean, you know, been listening to a fair bit of tunage, which has been good. We've got some good albums. I've got a bit of new stuff as well. I noticed some of the big festival announcements have started coming out. Slam Dunk announced. Basically, Slam Dunk, I've never been, right? And I'll be honest, I've never really been that fussed about going. I mean, I like my kind of 90s to 2000s pop punk and that kind of stuff. So there's a few bands that I wouldn't have minded seeing, but by and large, it's not really my scene.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, they've announced, like, on one of the stages, on one of the days, it's just like it's like Knock Loose, Malevolence, like every single big hardcore act you could ask for. And it's just like, oh, okay. I didn't realize the pop punk festival was going to just like, but it's all on one stage. And it's so funny because I think it's going to sell out quite quickly because it's such a good lineup on that. But it's just going to be like the main stage of Slam Dunk with, like, you know, The Offspring and Good Charlotte and all that kind of stuff. It'll just be empty. It'll just be all these hardcore kids trying to cram into the second stage to go watch all the hardcore bands all day.
Where is Slam Dunk?
Oh, it's in two places. Slam Dunk East and Slam Dunk South or something like that.
Oh, please tell me they have like gang wars.
No, I wish.
Going around dropping signs.
Apparently, they just have really, really bad parking and like really bad festival management. Because I see the fans of Slam Dunk just complaining every single year that it's just an absolute shit show to get in and out of.
I mean, if you go to a festival and you don't complain about it, have you really been in a festival?
Have you been? Have you enjoyed it? It's true. I noticed. Who else is it? The big Manchester hardcore fest Outbreak.
Jesus
I know,
Christ.
sorry, that's too.
Took your fucking time.
Yeah, just had a fucking had a senior moment there. They've announced a bunch of bands as well. I think they've got Basements, which are that awful emo band that sound really American, but they're actually from Ipswich, which is quite hilarious. They'll be singing like that. They're like, all right, guys, we're Basements from Ipswich, and yeah, they're really good. So I think they're Converge are there though, which would be really good because Converge are fucking excellent. I saw them there last time I went a couple of years ago, and then obviously the big ones you've got Download just announced, haven't they? So what was it? Limp Bizkit, Guns N' Roses, Linkin Park.
Yeah, why Linkin Park? He's dead.
I've never forgotten. I mean, it seems like we are living through a nostalgia moment in a lot of these festivals because sometimes, I promise to God, I have T-shirts from festivals in Spain about 20 years ago with more or less the same lineup.
Pretty much the same lineups.
You can see nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I just mentioned, like, you know, even Slam Dunk were doing, like, it's like Good Charlotte, The Offspring, blah, blah, and you're like, wait a second, didn't I see this lineup in 2002? Like, but yeah, so, I mean, Limp Bizkit makes sense. I mean, I think we even talked about it. I think we called Limp Bizkit potentially being a headliner.
I don't know. We chat a lot of shit, to be honest.
We do chat a lot of shit. But I remember having conversations and saying I wouldn't be surprised if Limp Bizkit got a headline slotted download, kind of finally, I think. That makes it, obviously, after the sad news of the bassist passing away, but they're still going. Guns N' Roses, I mean, you're a big Guns N' Roses fan.
Don't you dare say anything bad about them.
I mean, it's the headline of the Saturday.
Have to cut this part, I think, before this gets released. What is about to come on?
I mean, you know, they were so good at the Aussie thing, you guys said.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, we all know that's going to be atrocious. But, yeah, I mean, it's weird because I feel like they kind of swapped the Dad Rock Day for the Saturday instead of... Because normally it's the Sunday that the old band plays.
Yeah. I don't know. Do they?
Weird. Yeah, normally it's the that's why I felt so old because this year they had Korn on the Sunday, and I was like, oh shit, that's the OAP slot. Korn are playing the OAP.
Well, when I went, the Dad Rock Day was on the Friday.
I think they switched it now. It became like the Sunday was that. But yeah, Linkin Park. I mean, I gotta be honest. New stuff not interested in. Lead singer is still a what are they called? The weird science.
What, Scientologist?
She's a Scientologist. Her parents are still massively high up in the Church of Scientology, and she still supported that Scientologist guy from that TV show who's in prison for like multiple rapes. So fuck her. Not a big and she's So I don't know why they've not a big fan of the Scientology guys. Go and watch a documentary called Going Clear. It's very good if you're interested in your good documentaries about cults. Then definitely watch Going Clear. It's a very good documentary about what they get up to, especially seeing as her parents are so high up in the church. It's kind of pretty
I must admit, I get all my Scientology news from South Park. That's all I need, to be honest.
Exactly. Make love to the children. Which allegedly that they do that. Allegedly. Please don't sue me. Yeah. So that's, I just feel like a lot of the big festivals have been dropping there.
Tell you what's... I'm genuinely debating a day ticket for download to see Cypress Hill.
Oh, are they playing?
Cypress Hill were playing download.
I didn't notice their name on there. Oh, what day are they playing?
I don't know.
If it's the Saturday, then you can watch Guns N' Roses as well.
Maybe I will.
No, that'd be good. So what kind of music of anything fun that you guys have been listening to recently?
I must admit, and it's terrible, but at this point I have no shame in admitting this. I go through phases. I go through very obsessive phases with different genders. Right now, I'm in my murder folk phase. I don't know if you have listened to any murder folk, Amigo the Devil.
Amigo the Devil, yeah.
So it's basically Amigo the Devil reinvented this whole genre. It's great. It's great. I love that most of these people have very hardcore names.
Yeah.
But then they are all the opposite. Like there is this band called Murder by Death that you will expect something very hardcore. And is just a guy in a waistcoat and a cowboy hat singing about how sad he is about his ex. Yeah. That is great. Yeah. I love it. So I have been listening to that mostly, a lot of synthwave recently.
Nice.
I have always been a fan of Perturbator, Carpenter,
Perturbator, yeah.
By the way, Perturbator is actually headlining for Art Tangent.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
I didn't see that announcement.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's
take this with a pinch of salt, because I actually have very bad memory and maybe a completely different festival in another country.
It might be, yeah.
So please do not buy your tickets based on this information.
Also, Art Tangent has a bit of a... I've noticed that like sometimes they announce headliners quite early and then they seem to lose them. Like they're supposed to... I swear it was this year. Originally, when they announced this year's lineup, they were supposed to have Mogwai playing, and then that just vanished off the headline slot and got replaced by something else. So
I mean, it's one of the dangers with the old bands of announcing them this early. You're assuming all the band members are going to be alive by the time the festival starts.
Alive and well, and doing
a lot
good.
of things can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to do that too much. But yeah, no, it sounds cool. What about you, Jen?
I've been on a bit of a deathy slammy train as of today, and today I discovered Body Box. If you've heard of that,
No.
I sent that to you earlier.
Oh, is
thought
that
it was
the big
mint.
truck? Was that the big truck song?
Yeah, it kind of looks like the album cover of Coal Chambers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
guess
thought it
it's-
was. I thought it was Coal Chamber.
No,
Maybe I listened to the wrong thing.
No, it looks like the
I
Coal
thought you sent me
Chamber.
Big Truck by Coal Chamber.
Mom, I want to listen to Cold Chamber. We have Cold Chamber at home.
Just get this bootleg Coal Chamber.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, as of about an hour ago, discovered that. Thought it was mint. Check it out.
Yeah, cool. I've been listening to a few things. I think one kind of deathcore band that's caught my eye is, and I'm just going to get their name right, Immortal Disfigurement. So they've got a new album out called Hell Is Right in Front of Us. It's only like 5 tracks, I guess more of an EP. But yeah, just really gnarly, I guess more in the kind of fit for an autopsy area of deathcore, not so much the like just big slammy breakdowns, but the guy's his voice control is insane, like his voice pitching. And also at one point, and I had to look this up to make sure that he could actually do it, and he can do it live, he literally can just make the Predator noise, the weird clicking noise with his voice. He like breathes in and like I think just like clicks it through his he like makes the clicking Predator noise with his voice.
Is he South African by any chance? Because they do the clicking thing.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah. So no, they're really good. Yeah, I've been enjoying a bit of that, and a bit of Witch Club Satan. I've been playing them for a fair bit actually. Kind of weird, kind of experimental.
What are they called? Witch Club Satan?
Yeah, Witch Club Satan.
It kind of sounds like S Club 7, but satanic.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because like they've got this kind of infamous single that's like that got shared around called Fresh Blood, Fresh Pussy, which was like and then they've got they're just completely like weird, like I hate to like, because sometimes people hear this word and then it just doesn't work. But they're like kind of feminist, like death metal, black metal band, like
right.
So they're like, really, really good, weird tunes and stuff. So I've been really enjoying them as well. But that's pretty much it. So like, good, got the new, been listening to some tunes and stuff. So we've got Alvaro here with us today. So, if you don't mind, if we ask you a few questions about magic.
Of course.
Yes.
As a way. If the Magic Circle is listening to this, please don't break my thumbs again.
Is that real? Is the Magic Circle thing real?
It's very real. It's very real.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
not
the
as
Magic
serious as actually sounds.
Have you not heard of the Magic
No,
Circle?
what's the Magic Circle?
It's the magician mafia, and they come and kill you if you reveal secrets.
Shut up.
To a degree. It's actually a club of magicians that is one of the older associations in the world.
Yeah.
So it works like a guild to a degree. You become a member, they have a library, they have an amazing building.
Not
in
a
London
cult
that you
like
can visit.
Scientology.
Not yet. We are working on it, but mostly for tax evasion reasons.
Yes.
But we are getting there slowly. And I recommend if you are in London, you can actually visit the headquarters. And the building is impressive.
That's cool.
Hell.
What if they don't let us in? I'm not a magician.
I think they have open those days. Otherwise, you do, the finger trick, this one, and they let you in.
Gotcha.
Counts as a magic trick.
Yeah. I guess, is it like, I mean, the way I've always kind of heard about it is it's almost like the magicians like Freemasons. Like
maybe originally. I mean, it has changed a lot. It has to change because years ago it was the code of the magicians was like you cannot tell how a trick is done. Now with YouTube, etc., I think everybody have given up on that concept. And it's just like it behaves like a union to a degree in a lot of ways.
Okay,
so
that's still pretty useful, like as a way. So what? How do you end up being a magician?
So there was a lot of terrible choices in my life. I'm going to try to remember them all. It's a long list, and there is a lot of dark areas of it that I don't remember clearly. I just had to drink absinthe. What can I say? Yeah. So in my particular case, I have to say, this is something I always love as a question. Because mostly when you see magicians on TV, if you watch British Got Talent or any of these talent shows, they always have a very almost Batman-like origin history.
Right.
Like, it's like they are afraid to say, I just like magic, I was good, and I wanted to make money with this.
Yeah.
No, it's always a sob history. Like,
Right.
my grandfather was dying in bed, and he threw me a pack of cards to the face and told me, get a real job, you scam. And then I quitted being a lawyer and became a magician. In my case, I was studying psychology back in Spain.
Yeah.
I was doing social psychology, and a lot of the interpersonal manipulation techniques are used in magic. I started researching them, and I just enjoyed it. I started doing it. You get a lot of free drinks. I have to say that when you're a student, it's very useful.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It started as a hobby. Then we had the economic crisis in Spain about 14 years ago. I think in Italy was more or less the same time. It was all this
Italy's always in an economic crisis, haven't you? Since 1996.
But it's the same in Spain. That's why when people tell me, how do you get used to the recession? Well, that's our trick. We are always in a recession. So, just another day in paradise. But yeah, basically when the bad economic crisis started, the last one, I remember, I moved to England originally to improve my English. Is not going great, as you can tell by my Oxford accent, but here we are. I
was just thinking how good your English is. I'm like, oh my God, it's so fluent and fast.
A lot of our listeners doesn't know this, but she's my sister, and she always tries to make me feel better about myself. I'm very grateful. No, but yeah, no, I came here originally for, the plan was staying here for 1 or 2 months, and I started getting more and more gigs, and at some point I was like, actually, I can live doing this. And
that's really cool.
I have been here since.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So yeah, so it's basically the kind of perfect thing of like a hobby that you love that then kind of actually turned into like a job, for lack of a better word, that you can like kind of do and then kind of do yourself. So so obviously there must be like quite a lot of different avenues of like where you can work with this. So you've got like, you know, kind of like private parties or like bars or clubs, or you've got like, I guess more like circuses and fairs. Is that like kind of roughly the spread there of like?
It gets a little bit darker than that, I must say.
Really? Oh shit.
There is actually a branch of magic called gospel magic.
Okay.
That I absolutely hate with passion. I'm gonna make this clear.
Yeah.
And it's basically magicians that work in churches showing kids real miracles.
Right.
If you believe hard enough.
Wow.
It's very dark.
snake handlers and stuff.
Basically.
I've been bitten by the serpent. I have survived. Satan has tried to poison me, but the Lord is the Lord.
There is a degree of that actually, and it's scary as hell. You have, I mean, if you want to be a full-time magician, you have to diversify.
Right.
Like one day I can be wearing a 3-piece suit in a corporate event.
Right.
Of
course,
Google.
corporate events would be, yeah.
The next day I can be in a wedding, and the next day I can be in a dive bar at 3 o'clock in the morning doing magic on the pool table.
Right. Fair. That's really cool though. Like it's like you said, like a really diversified spread of like different things that you end up doing. I'm going to hazard a guess that things like the corporate gigs kind of pay quite like all right and stuff then, like
we don't do it for the pleasure. Those are the money makers. And me personally, I try to keep them to the bare minimum because they are soul destroying.
Go on, give us without naming, you don't have to name names of any companies. What's like the worst corporate event you've ever had to do?
So, without giving any names, few years ago I was working in Dusseldorf for this company. And the CEO of the company got absolutely smashed and started being, let's say, a terrible human being. Okay. Basically, grabbing some of his workers by the ass. Yeah, it was absolutely charming. And I did the show 2 hours. And when it finished, we went to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And the guy started being like, let's stand over our chairs. And of course, the owner of the restaurant told us, excuse me, sir, please don't stand on the chairs. There are other customers here. Yeah. And the CEO started just being completely obnoxious to the point that I just say, look, you pay me to do magic. You don't pay me to follow orders here. So I'm going to go back to the hotel. And he actually threatened me to not pay me.
Really?
He was like, oh, well, maybe I will forget to pay you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean... I have to say I'm very proud of this moment because basically it reached this point. I have to explain to this guy my mental maths that I was running right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, dude, you owe me $2,000. But right now what I'm thinking is, if I punch this guy in the face, I'm going to lose $2,000. But the amount of satisfaction I'm going to get out of this.
Yeah.
Therapy will be more expensive.
Quick bit of mental arithmetic, like the pleasure of punching an arsehole in the face versus like the money that it's going to cost you to do the punching. Yeah.
Eventually, when you do a lot of corpo events, you get very good at doing this match.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And I mean, the other thing with corpo events is they run very big events, but for some reason, they normally don't hire good people to run the event. They just get, I don't know, let's say Thomas from accountants, from accounts to run a full show for 3,000 people. Right. So this is not bad. This is just hilarious. Like recently I was working in London and they had a lot of acts going on. So I spoke with the organizer and they were like, oh yeah, you are on at 8 in the States. I had another show in Bristol, so I had to come back straight away. And yeah, this was a fun little moment because suddenly they wired me up to go to the stage. And then when they announced my name, that wasn't my name. And I was like, that's not me. Yeah. I don't know who that guy is, but all I know is it's not me. Yeah. And they were like, oh wait, you are not the comedian. And I was like, no, I'm the magician. And it's like, oh, sorry, you were so funny. And it's like, what do you think I was doing magic outside for 2 hours? Like, do you think that was some kind of sideshow I'm running to make some extra cash in my comedy shows?
To them, it's just like, to them, it's all the same. It's just like, jokes, magic tricks.
Potato, tomato, classic.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fun. It was fun. It was all very amicable, but oh my God. At that point, I was like, guys, what time am I actually going to the stage?
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Yeah, of course.
I need to be in Bristol in 2 hours. Dear. I ended coming back to Bristol at 2:00 in the morning. Jesus. So that was fun.
Yeah. It's funny because, you say about comedians, cause that's probably that's the one place that you end up hearing about corporate events is through comedians talking about like having to do them because they do pay really well. But like, just the kind of very similar stories of like kind of how badly run they are and just people not being there or like hiring a comedian who does a very specific kind of comedy. And then like there's a lot of like left-wing comedians who talk about like they'll take some corporate events because they need the money, but then like they end up getting hired just by like some of the worst companies ever, and they're just like, if you guys never watch my act, like ever, like know that this isn't gonna go well, right? Like, so it's pretty. Corporate events sound mad. It'd be funny. I bet you nowadays there's some like companies that are like trying to be really cool that probably like hire tattooists.
Oh, so that is actually happening.
There you go. Cool.
It's actually happening. And I actually was in a party in Berlin where this corpo event had a tattooer. And you could get the logo of the company tattooed.
Oh my God.
That it was like, this is branding with extra steps.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Just a Girl Boy Goth Tattooing, working out of Bristol, UK. For any corporations listening to this that want to hire a tattooist for their events, all styles welcome. Can do anything. So let me know. I'll happily brand all of your workers, all of your drones with your logo.
Wow.
I will do it with a hot iron for half the price.
I will sell out. I need to pay my rent at the moment. It's
God, that's old school. That's kind of like, back in the day, you'd have to like have your mentor's name tattooed on you.
Oh God, yeah. Some stories like used to be.
Yeah, it's an old school thing.
Old school thing. They used to like tattoo their own name onto their apprentices and stuff. So luckily I never had to do that. One of the guys who tried to teach me tried to float that idea at me once, and I was like, no.
What happens if you have a very long name?
Then you have a very big tattoo.
Yeah. Just got that.
Full leg sleeve with the name of you.
And like, I swear I remember there being kind of stories about like, especially like in Vegas, like guys getting like corporate tattoos in visible places and getting paid thousands of dollars by the companies to do it. Because it was like it was like a big publicity stunt, like free advertising and stuff. So
do you reckon that's why CM Punk has got the Pepsi logo?
The Pepsi logo on his arm. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. He's actually been paid by Pepsi the whole time.
I think actually talking about that, it was this very famous case when a company as a joke for April Fools. So if you get our logo tattooed in the forehead, you get this much money.
God.
And it was clear that it was a joke, but somebody actually did it.
Oh my God.
No,
Because
I remember
believe
that.
the
Was
promo.
it like Pizza Hut or something?
I don't remember, but the guy ended winning it because
Yeah.
apparently the joke wasn't clear enough.
Yeah. So the lawyers are like, no, you owe him $10,000. Crazy. So let's talk about then, like, what about, like, so that's the kind of more corporate side of it. Like, so obviously you do a fair bit of traveling around. Do you travel with any shows in particular, or like?
I have in the past, like when I have done more circus kind of shows,
Right,
that
okay.
you work with a troupe, and you normally travel with the full troupe. Those are very fun. Those are very, very fun. And I remember one of the last ones was many years ago, was in Lebanon.
Oh wow!
In Fakra, near Beirut. It was an amazing time. We were there like 10 days.
Cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And this was many, many, many years ago, before the area was so destabilized as it is right now. So right now it will be impossible to do something like this. And so I'm very glad that I managed to do it at that time. Traveling is, I would do a lot of the summer season in Greece, for example. I have done it a couple of times. Thailand, I have been in Tokyo a few times.
Oh.
But normally nowadays, I work solo. It's better money. Like, because in the moment you work with a circus troupe, you have to start paying a lot of middle people. Like, you are paying the organizer, the event organizer, the ringmaster, and suddenly the cut you get is minimal.
Right.
Which is still great because you travel, but you know.
It's almost like you kind of have to. It's almost like part of. I get, like, if you want to do the traveling, then like part of it's almost like, okay, well, I'm not going to make as much money, but I'm going to get to see parts of the world.
It's
like,
very similar with the festival work.
Right,
Festival work is like that. Festival work is great if you want to get the free ticket or if you need the experience, but there is a point where it's like, listen, guys, I would rather be paid, get paid. Than
it's really interesting you say that, because I've noticed a couple of articles that I've read actually have started finally kind of addressing this. Having so many friends that either perform, like dancing or whatever, or circus perform as well, and like then the band side of it too, but definitely more like this kind of performing thing of just how much, especially the UK festival scene, runs on free work. Like, it runs on like this idea of, we'll give you a free ticket, but you have to like do all this work for us. And so many, it's not just the festival itself, it's like the companies within the festivals. Like, so I've read a few things recently which have been really interesting about just kind of really the entire festival scene is propped up on free work.
I did Glastonbury 3 years with an ex-partner of mine, and we were running a full wing of Glastonbury.
Wow.
And it was, in my experience, it was absolutely dreadful. Like, basically, the distributor of the alcohol, that is a filial of Heineken, I believe, they basically have a captive market. You have to buy from them. So they will charge you like £80 for a barrel of Tuborg. That is insane. And we are talking years ago, probably now it's more. And everybody's working for free, basically. And if you are running a bar, you have to pay for the right to run the bar. And you will be lucky if you break even. But in the meantime, these corporations are making
absolutely raking it in.
a lot of money out of a lot of people volunteering. And that's the other problem. You cannot expect people to be serious when they are volunteering. Like, you know, I think if you agree to a contract, you have to fulfill it. But in the other hand, I cannot blame people that get a free ticket and then they find out that, they have to work 48 hours in total in shifts, but then, this person got ill, you have to cover this shift, and we cannot pay you extra. So I understand why a lot of people at some point just disappear into the mass.
Just go, fuck it, I'm going to leave. I mean, the other thing I didn't realise is a lot of the, and this is normally the bigger festivals, like a lot of the food trucks and stuff, they're actually all owned by like one or two big companies. They all look independent. They all have independent name, like, you know, it's like Sammy's Chips or, you know, Donna's Kebabs or whatever. But then you find out that, I mean, that was good. But you find out that like actually all of those ones are just owned by like one, and they rent out all, and the ones exactly what you said, then it's just all based off like a lot of like either really low paid work or like free ticket work that they run off. So it'd be a pain. But I guess for me, like the kind of the circus troupe idea for me, with what you said before about the magic, is like, for me it's just so whimsical. I just love the idea of like running off and joining the circus.
There is I mean, I have fun history related to that. I remember once I was with a few performers and we were playing poker, And the rule we had is we had to put handicaps to different people depending on their set of skills. So I wasn't allowed to touch the cars. They had to deal my hand and raise the cars for me. We had a mentalist working, playing with us that wasn't allowed to ask any questions.
Okay.
He couldn't ask people any questions.
Right.
And
read them.
We had this contortionist that basically was forced to stay like a meter away from the table to make sure he wasn't holding a mirror under the table because it was a glass table. It was the only table we could find was a glass table. So it was very fun. And the rule was like, you can cheat, but if you get caught, the game stops. And we will ask you. We will tell you our theory of how you cheated. If we are right, you have to pay.
Oh, I love it. That's
If we are wrong, okay, but it was a little bit of honor among thieves. Like, we will believe. If you tell us, no, that's not how we did it, we will believe you, but don't give us reasons not to.
I love that.
And it was very, very fun. We did like
so
for 3 days.
That's so much fun. I fucking love that story. The high wire person has to not allowed to use their high wire while they're playing poker, or they'll see other people's cards. It just sounds like a D&D party. I love it. It's true. So I mean, like, I don't know, like circus just feels like it's a lost. Like I don't know. I guess I romanticize it a lot. I was obsessed with the circus when I was a kid. Like I was obsessed. Like I just thought it was like the most magical thing you could like ever do, ever, or like work at a fair. But I found out from my uncle that apparently I spent from the age of 3 till about 7 basically saying that I wanted my job to be being homeless and just traveling around like an old school like 1920s like with a bindle. Like I just had it in my head that that's what I was going to do.
Well, you're a tattoo artist. There's no money in that.
I mean,
so you're basically
at this
be
rate,
careful what you wish for, especially in this economy.
Yeah, I'll just end up putting my tattoo machine and my inks into a little bindle. Yeah. Just hop on the train cars, you know.
I mean, it's a fantastic world, especially when you study the circus in the 90s, 20s, the carnivals in America. It was amazing because a lot of these people were criminals that were running away from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But just imagine this: you have like a group of criminals living together. And somehow it works.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they had their own sets of rules. Yeah. That is very, very, very interesting. Yeah. I recommend to, if anybody's curious about this, you can find a lot of resources online about the circus, the carnival world.
Oh, I'm obsessed. Yeah.
And the big recession.
I've watched a lot of that stuff. I love like that Great Depression era stuff. I was obsessed with that. What is that? There was a HBO show called Carnival that was Carnival that was amazing. And they got cancelled after 2 seasons.
That's the Firefly of the carnival world.
Yes, it is the Firefly of the carnival. You are right. It should never have been cancelled. Bring it back. I want a movie. God damn it, HBO. That and Rome as well. I know they were expensive, but they were fucking great shows.
If they finish at Game of Thrones, they can finish.
Exactly, right? Oh, 8 seasons of that shit. Fucking hell. Couldn't finish off Carnival or fucking Rome. Jesus. Anyway. Before I go back to like early 2000s HBO shows. Too much. So yeah, then I guess that leaves us then kind of with the last kind of bit you talked about, which is more the kind of, which is where we've met you and we kind of know you from, is more literally just doing magic like in bars or in pubs or just kind of around. Like how does that work?
So that's what we call the bread and butter. Like for example, my main income is private hiring, but I found out that a good way to have a income, stable income, basically every month, is having this kind of residences, where you basically talk with I work with cocktail bars and a few craft beer places, and I just offer my services like twice per month at a reduced rate. But it's a good way to be visible. So because you meet so many people, you give so many business cards, that generates a lot of work in the long term. Yeah. And it's good practice. Yeah. So basically the other thing is it's weird. I like the nightlife, but I'm slightly antisocial. So I need to be out. If I'm performing, that's great. But if I'm not, that's when I start itching and being like, oh my God, why in this club surrounded by people when I could be home? Yeah. So it's a good excuse to actually go out and don't end being the hermit in the mountains with my pack of cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's the ultimate plan. Okay, that's the dream.
It is
but
the dream.
You have to work a lot for that.
Yeah. That's so funny. But yeah, I mean, like just like being around and stuff, and So, like, because obviously, I know that there's a couple of places here in Bristol that you work at, right? That you have, like, more the residencies and stuff.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm working with the Golden Crane. That is a cocktail bar near here. Lovely team. Very Asian-inspired. They serve a lot of, actually, Chinese liquor. So it's an amazing world because, actually, I found out through working with them that Baijiu, that is this kind of Chinese liquor, is the kind of alcohol that is more produced in the world. That makes sense when you see the population of China.
Yeah,
and it's a world. They have like 50 varieties of that liquor with savory citrus flavors. It's a world. That's you can find me there like the last Friday of each month.
Nice.
And then I work for a small bar and Left-Handed Giant. That is the same company.
Oh, Left-Handed Giant. Yeah.
So I work with both of them since before the plague, so it's been a while. And then there are other bars that I work from time to time. Just places like the Ill Repute, that is one of my favorite bars.
The Ill Repute, yeah.
The Ill Repute. The Griffin, we are going to start doing something here soon. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Metal magic.
Yes. Now with more metal and less magic. It's going to be me just trying to eat spoons. I completely recommend it.
Well, I tell you what. Well, let's see as we're naturally segueing into it. Do you want to kind of officially talk about that a bit, like kind of what you've got coming up with the Griffin and everything?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So we are going to be doing a couple of shows upstairs. What we call parlor shows. Nice. That is not close up, but not a stage show. So we are going to be we are going to do 2 sets of 30 tickets each, so people can be comfortable. And basically, we are going to have me with a table and 2 seats, so people can join me in the stage. The idea, for me, participation in magic is very, very important. All my style of magic is based on high participation. I think magic is something that people want to experience, not just watch. So for me, it's very, very important. All the kind of magic I do requires people to participate. I ask them to shuffle cards, to name cards freely. I think it's what makes it particularly magical. And basically, we are going to do 2 sets. It's going to be 1 hour. Don't worry, there is a bathroom break in between. So it's going to be 25 minutes, 10 minutes break, 25 minutes. It's going to be a little bit of an autobiographic show. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of the history of my life and the things I have done through my life, but a little bit on the style. I don't know if you have watched a movie, I think it's by Tim Burton, I may be wrong, Big Fish.
Oh, yeah.
Where this guy is telling his life history, but with a lot of elements of fantasy that have a point of truth.
Yeah.
So this is something that I always find very fascinating in general in performing arts, not only with magic, how all the grand histories we love and we enjoy, they always have bits of reality, especially when we talk about these characters that are bigger than life, as we say. A lot of that is a part of reality with a lot of fantasy to adorn it, to make it a little bit more attractive. So it's going to be in that level. It's going to be comedy show. I'm a funny guy. I cannot avoid it. It's terrible. That's what I keep telling myself, by the way. May not be truth. We are going to do 2 sets, one at 7:30 until 8:30, then half an hour break, and then until 10 is the last Wednesday of this month. Nice. That, if I don't remember wrong, let me double check my calendar, because I'm very bad for dates. That's December, so is the 26th. Tickets are gonna go on sale soon.
Nice.
We are gonna have the early birds are gonna be 6.66, of course.
Nice.
And the late birds are gonna be 9.99. Because, of course, one of my favorite books ever is Alicia Through the... I don't know how you call it in English, but...
Alice Through the Looking Glass?
Exactly. Alicia en el País de las Maravillas in Spanish.
I love it. Yeah, that's so cool. I am for the listeners and watchers. I am an absolute sucker for magic. Which is weird because I'm normally so bitter and kind of embeddedly shit about everything kind of like nice in the world, and I don't know why. Like, magic has always been one of those things that
got a little soft spot.
Yeah, it just goes straight to that. I've become a child again. It's so much fun.
I have to say, my experience, that's one of the elements that makes magic attractive in general. Like, I have done magic for some of the most hardcore people you can imagine, and it's very liberating for them because it gives them an excuse to actually just enjoy
something, like feel wonder.
I mean, I think half the security in venues in Bristol know me as the magician.
Yeah.
And I have probably performed for most of the security teams in different clubs.
Of course.
And every time I appear, they're like, "Oh my God, the magician is here. I just gotta show us something today," which is very nice.
That's so cool. I mean, yeah, because like, I don't know about you, Jen. Like, do you watch a lot of magic stuff? Because I end up down some rabbit holes.
No.
Really?
No. I do enjoy Alvaro's tricks.
Yeah.
You've shown me a few.
Yeah.
But other than that,
haven't watched anything at all.
I mean, I used to watch like Penn and Teller on the TV back in the day.
I go down rabbit holes.
Back in the day, Penn and Teller is still alive. You're talking about
Okay, I
before they pass. We are not talking about Paul Daniels.
When I was a kid back in the day, and they were on the TV when we all had cable TV, which now I don't because I exclusively use Netflix and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I go down the rabbit hole with them. I watch. Is it Fool Us? The one where they have to try and win the competition? Like, I've got to be honest. I mean, look, I know that obviously these TV shows, I'm sure that you, as a professional who's in that world, watch it and go, oh, God, you know, there's certain bits of this that they're kind of staging in certain ways and stuff. But some of the tricks you see on there, I'm just like flabbergasted.
I must say that show is very good in general about keeping it authentic.
Okay.
Only in the first couple of seasons, I noticed... Not that they were doing camera cuts or anything like that, but they were the performers were doing effects that are well known.
Right. Okay.
And when Penn and Teller were like, "Oh my God, you completely got me," I imagine they have to have a quota of people that actually passes.
Win. They can't have a season of it where nobody
wins.
And then,
Welcome to the reality of magic. And nobody wins ever.
Because you got there. Because what happened is if you fooled and you won, you got like a residency with them on one of their. You got to like be on one of their shows in Vegas.
Oh, that's cool.
So
yeah, that's correct.
It's like Britain. It's like Britain's Got Talent, but like exclusively for magicians, basically. Yeah. But yeah. I swear Britain's Got Talent's had a few magicians in its time, hasn't it? Yeah. But that and who is the... Why have I forgotten his name? The kind of like mentalist guy that also does magic.
Darren Brown.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of his stuff.
I remember when I was younger, and I just remember it was that whole thing where it's not. I mean, it's not. I'm sure it is magic in a way, but it was more like the mentalist stuff.
Mentalism is considered a branch of magic. So,
and he was doing that thing where he was going to play Russian roulette live on television, and he did, and it was fucking crazy. Do you remember that? Probably a bit too young.
I don't want to spoil it, but one of the fakes that we are gonna do in the show here at the Griffin is an actual Russian roulette.
Oh, nice. Okay, because he does the whole thing, so it's like in episodes, and the last one was live when he actually did the Russian roulette. But it was like the big part of the show was him trying to pick a person. He like got in 100 people, and it's him trying to find that one person that he knows he can read. Right, so he knows what chamber they're going to put the bullet in.
Oh.
Yeah, so... And it was fucking... I remember sitting there watching it on the edge of my seat being like, oh my God, this man's going to shoot himself in the head. Live on television! Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Or like his TV show and stuff, like where he just do like little things and stuff, yeah. But yeah, no, always been obsessed with that kind of stuff. And yeah, just like... And then also like just like the kind of close-up hand... I find like all the card stuff like so fascinating. Like it's one of those things. I genuinely think that I would look... It's like, I think it's cool. I know that a lot of you out there probably don't think, but it is. Imagine if you could do like all the cool card tricks, and then you'd be like, this card, that card, this card. Brilliant.
It's pretty doable. It's just getting on it.
Doing cool stuff with coins, you know.
You know, a lot of the times when I have... God, I'm going to sound old now, but it's because I'm getting older. Yeah. But I get young magicians asking me like, oh my God, how do you do that technique that well? Well, because I have been doing it 15 years, 8 hours a day.
Over and over.
There is no escape from that.
Yeah, very true. What's your... Oh, wait, no, it wasn't... Was it Darren Brown? No, wait, which one was the guy who froze himself?
No, that's... I mean, a few magicians have done that, but the last one who did it, it's an American...
The one who put himself in a glass box. The one who's like in trouble because he was on Epstein's Island a lot.
The one that always looks so sad.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, he's so sad.
What's he called again? Why have I forgotten his name?
Oh my God. David Blaine.
David Blaine. There we go. Remember David Blaine, don't you?
No.
Really?
I don't watch much TV. You know.
David Blaine was like the American version of no, the other way around. Dynamo was like the British version of David Blaine.
Yes, he's obsessed with him, isn't he?
He's this kind of moody magician wearing very civilian clothes and coming. Some of the shows now have aged a little bit badly. Yeah. The guy looks sometimes like a drug dealer because he approached some random things outside. It's like, hey kids, do you want to see something cool?
That was his thing. He was like, I do magic in the streets. Like I'm like a real, like I don't do it in like top hat and stuff.
Magic in the streets, theater in the shits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, he was weird, wasn't he? Because then he just locked himself in a glass box, didn't he, in London? Remember that? Yeah. He locked himself in a glass box that was suspended. And in true British fashion, we instantaneously showed up and proceeded to egg it the entire time. I just want to say, I'm not very patriotic about my country, but that was a very patriotic moment that the American was trying to do a cool, awesome thing, and we just showed up and threw eggs at him for about 2 weeks solid. Well done. So what do you think then, I guess, like about what you call mainstream magic? Like, how does that affect, like, does it affect you at all? Is it something you think about?
I mean, it has positive and negatives, like everything. So as a professional magician, I'm very grateful for these shows because they bring attention to magic. Right. They bring magic to a lot of people that otherwise wouldn't be able to see magic. Because we have to remember, magic until not that long ago was a very elitist form of entertainment. It was rich people hiring this guy in a tailcoat to go to their private parties in their palace and impress them. Okay, so thanks to probably the first commercial magician, as we can call it nowadays, we'll have in Houdini. Houdini was the first one that actually started, bringing the media, doing these big things of making an elephant disappear in the middle of the street. So he was the first one. So it means we have a golden era of magic. Everybody knows about magic. It's very rare to see somebody that is like, oh, I have never seen a magic trick in my life. Negatives. Sometimes with TV magic, there is this everything goes. Right. And where do you put the line? That's the question. Because they start, okay, we are going to pick a volunteer, but it's not really a volunteer, it's a paid actor, but it's just to make it more interesting. And then it's like, actually, we are going to put camera cuts. Actually, and at this point, it's like, might as well just go straight for special effects and do the magic trick in front of a green curtain and just edit it later. That happened, for example, I hate it, I have to say. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and sorry if this offends anybody. Now you see me?
Yes, I was going to bring these up. I hate these films as well.
It has to be the worst thing that have happened to professional magicians.
So terrible. Speak on it. I love it. Yes.
So, when the first one came out, I was working at Illusions. Do you remember Illusions, the magic bar?
Yes.
It was closed years ago. It was in Triangle West. So we will be doing magic there. For very drunk people until 2 o'clock in the morning. Near Triangle. That for people that are not from Bristol, Triangle is an area where basically when dreams go to die. Okay? It's like you are out with your friends, you have made a lot of terrible mistakes, and you think, I need to ruin my night even further. Let's go to Triangle. Say no more, brother.
Really, really overpriced bar that's going to charge you absolutely through the nose for drinks.
And normally the people that, not every, there are some good bars there, but years ago, it was like when you have been kicked out of every other bar in Bristol. That's where you went. And so this movie came out, and I was doing this amazing trick with 2 packs of cards that the audience shuffle, and then they were in the same order. And I remember this guy with a V-neck. He was this orange tank. He was like an Oompa Loompa on steroids. Very, very drunk. He pointed at me, and he was like, if you are a real magician, just do like in this movie and disappear in the rain. I didn't know what he was talking about, so I had to check this thing. And there is a thing in this movie, without giving spoilers,
no,
like
spoilers.
No, like you are gonna lose anything from knowing about this movie. So this guy is in the middle of a square, surrounded by people, he's pissing down, and suddenly he vanishes, and his coat falls in the floor, in the middle of the rain. And the point is because this show tries to give like logical explanations.
What is it that he uses the rain? He's been projecting light onto the rain which means that it creates a light reflection that he like hide behind or so. It's basically the magic they do in these films, Jen, is just it's not magic. It's like they're using like fucking AI to like,
it's science fiction.
It's science. It's like they've got like space magic that they can just go, oh, and look, now we vanished a whole aeroplane, and it's like they try to explain it, and they'll be like, well, we did this. It's like we hid it in this building and we did this, and it's like, well, wait, did you convert the building so the entire roof opens up and then closes again? So how the fuck did you get a play like?
That's more expensive than robbing the bank.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and they're heist movies as well. They're all heist. Oh my god!
If you didn't spend this much money in magic tricks, you wouldn't need to rob a bank to start with.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The first one makes no sense story.
Yeah, the second one is not even better. Yeah. And I love that they did this. I think at some point during the production, they were like, oh my God, people are not going to understand this. What can we do? Morgan Freeman explaining the full plot by the end of the movie.
Yep, Morgan Freeman.
The classic.
Morgan Freeman's there to explain like how everything's, what's happening and what every character's thinking. Oh, sorry, you were telling a story, Carrie.
So this guy is looking at me dead in the eye.
Right, yeah.
Asking me to do a trick that is a special effects. And this is the problem, that some people find difficult to distinguish, as we know now with artificial intelligence, distinguish reality from fiction, especially when they see it in a video format.
Yeah.
So they're like, I saw this in the cinema, so it must be true.
Right. It's got to be based on reality.
So I had like a year of people asking very weird stuff that I was like, dude, I'm a magician, not a saint. If I could do that stuff, do you think I will be in this bar at 2 o'clock in the morning performing for you for £10 per hour?
If I could somehow make like entire bank vaults just vanish out of casinos, like, and all this, is so dumb.
Yeah, thing is though, if you're partying up on the triangle, you're probably not that clever, are you?
You say, not me.
Yeah. True then. But yeah, and also like, that was the bit in the first one I loved it. Magic fighting. There's even a magic fight scene where the police are trying to catch one of the magicians, and he uses playing cards and like flash hand fire magic to like basically have like a Captain America Marvel style fist fight with police officers.
I have to say, this is based on reality. if you go, the street fighting in London after magic shows is insane. Like there are flames. We had to stop because then, because magicians actually use animal companions. Somebody bring a monkey with a crossbow, and it got very dark and very Planet of the Apes very quick. So that's when we stop it. That's when we say, guys, let's not.
I just now imagine like one guy's pulled like a rabbit out of a hat, and the other guy's just pulled out a monkey with a crossbow and just gone, fuck you! It's just like, oh dear. But yeah, those films is just, you have to, like, and the second one's even worse. Like, it makes no... And they keep on just trying to like use magic as like this excuse for like, this is why this, and it's just not magic at all. It's just all just like weird computer animated.
Isn't it in the second one when they do the sequence with they are trying to hide a card?
Yes,
with a
and
chip.
They throw it to each other, and they're all like have to hide it in a specific place as they walk through a security thing.
That again, this is based on a real move. Okay, right. There are certain moves that allow you to vanish an object and make it reappear, but the way the movie treated, it's like, hey guys, I can imagine the plot writers there, with a mountain of white powder in front of them, just put in their full head Scarface mode and be
we're gonna do Ocean's 11, but make it magic. What if they're all magicians?
Guys, you know what will be great if the car falls into an origami bird and flies through the room. Yes, this is completely doable.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, because they change a car into origami at one point. Yeah, you're right. And it's just, and it makes no sense. You're just like, how did that happen? It's like, that's not magic. It's just, it's just like,
You are just delusional,
It's just delusional. It's you're exactly right. Just, what if in the second one we make Woody Harrelson's character, we steal that massive twist from the Nolan movie where actually he's got a twin the whole time, so secretly no one knew, and we'll just take that from a really good film and we'll just use it in our shit one, and then we'll make Daniel Radcliffe the bad guy, and it'll make no sense.
But I have to say, you mentioned something important here. They are good magic movies, okay? They're not this terrible. When The Prestige came out,
The Prestige is amazing
with David Bowie as Nikola Tesla. Is a very good movie. It's one of my favorite movies in the movie.
Bowie? Bowie.
Yeah, Bowie plays Nikola Tesla. It's awesome. Yeah, it's a great. We should we should actually watch because that's actually good. But I love The Prestige. It's probably actually it's probably like my favorite Nolan movie, to be honest. Yeah, it's up there for sure.
Okie dokie. Yep. Cool. There we go.
Magic time.
So yeah, let's do some magic.
I'm so excited.
So yeah, my specialty, as many people know or not, is the cars. Because I used to be what you call in England a car shark. I cheated in casinos when I was younger. I was very good until I got my thumbs very broken. Please do not try this at home. It hurts as hell the first 20 times. So, Mateo, I'm gonna shuffle the cards a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna ask you to shuffle the cards. A little bit of pressure here.
I'm bad at shuffling cards.
It's okay. Technically, the 52 pickup is a way to shuffle cards. So. And you can look through them to see that they are all different, of course. They seem to be cards, but you will have to come to the show to actually check yourselves.
Okay, here we go.
Cool. Something important, whenever you shuffle, always remember to cut the deck. I don't know, do you play poker?
A little bit.
Little bit? Not often?
Not often, no.
So, well, you can cut like this, or you can do a triple cut. Something like that, trying to do it in a way that is visible by the camera. That is always the most difficult part of this. And again, you can have a look.
Yeah, definitely all there.
There are 2 jokers. We can remove them if you wish. Let's get them out. Okay. Just in case. Just to make sure that we don't have any kind of duplicates or anything like that. Okay? Cool. So, I'm going to ask you to hold the cards for me.
Okay.
Now, I want you to cut like a little pile of cards from the top. Very good. Yeah. And turn it over. Put them on top. Very good. And now cut a little bit deeper than earlier. And do it again. Yeah.
Well, turn it over again.
Yeah, turn it over again. Very good. And this is a way to select a random card. We are going to remove all the cards face up until the first card face down. Okay. Take the card, please. Show the camera. I'm going to look away. Nicely done. And I'm going to give you 7 more cards. You don't need to remember them. The only card you need to remember is the one you picked, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And shuffle them all together. Mix them.
With the chosen card as well.
Chosen card as well.
Oh, no, you shuffle the chosen. I'm kidding. Yes, of course. Got it?
Yes.
So all we know is that one of these 8 cards, I believe it's your card, not going to change the order, no anything. And here I got some rope with some bull clips.
Nice.
Okay. What we are going to do is just start putting cards in the clips.
Okay, sure.
No worry, can do it just fine. 2. 3. 4. Normally this will be quicker when we have more volunteers. Oh, come on, I have to do a full hour of this. So yeah, we need all the fillers we can get. 3.
Do you want me to hold?
No, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, hold aside.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
It's all right.
My lovely assistant. And 8 cards in total. Okay? And can you please hold aside? Okay, hold it there. Hold it high. And Mateo, I'm going to ask you to just think of your card. Okay? Don't name it.
Okay.
Just think of it. Okay. Picture it. Okay? Hold tight there. Hold tight. Pull a little bit. So I want you to just think of... Pull. Don't worry. And, that happens. So there. Keep pulling. Oh, it seems like all the cards fell down, except for one. Can you please hold the card and show the camera? Was that your card?
Yes.
Happy days! What a time to be alive.
What's that? That's so cool. I want to know. It's so funny. I love it. Oh, that was amazing. That's really cool.
So yeah, we are gonna be doing a lot of these very interactive tricks in this show. So yeah, tell your friends, tell your enemies, and hopefully I will see you here.
Yeah. Well, for all the listeners of the podcast, this episode specifically, you are going to have to go on the social media or on the YouTube to see that amazing trick. That was crazy. That's so cool. Love it to pieces. Right. We do need to go back to music a little bit though, don't we?
Yep.
We do. We need to talk gigs quickly. So we're gonna list off some of the gigs in the upcoming when this is. So this is released on the 14th, right?
Yes.
So we need to go from the 15th.
Cool. So
yes.
on the 15th, there are 3 gigs that you can go to. So first off, I've never heard of this band before. They're called like Cruelty Circulate. Is that it?
I didn't get what you were doing for a second then.
Never heard of them.
Crueltiest of Circuits, I believe. Yeah.
So yeah, you know that we lick their ass. They are playing on the 15th of November, along with Bear Pit and a band that has pulled out. They've got a different band now.
Yes, I can't remember.
Yeah. Disaster Clinic are on there.
Yeah.
So they're playing at the Croft. Go and see them.
I have to say, Bear Pit are amazing. I don't know if you have seen them before.
I don't know if I have.
They're very, very good.
What kind of stuff are they?
That's a good question. I'm very bad at defining these things. But the singer is actually a very good friend of mine, Ripper Lawrence, and they just did a tour through Spain with a couple of other bands.
Okay.
So I completely recommend them.
Well, there we go then. Another recommendation of one of the other bands on that show.
You might even see Alvaro there, or maybe he'll disappear.
In the rain.
On that same day, at the Exchange, we've got Hour of Reprisal, who are hardcore. Without Love, who are melodic hardcore, Nylon, who are also hardcore, Born in Dissonance, who are metalcore, and Circumvent, who are hardcore, and that's at the Exchange.
Nice.
On that same day again, at the Electric, we have got Orbit Culture and Diarrhea, so that's a big one.
Yeah, that's one of the big
Orbit
ones.
Culture are mint.
And we've got the first day of Eradication Festival.
Yes, which is
Saturday. That's Saturday
in
and
Fuel.
Sunday. Yeah,
that's in Cardiff.
Yeah, Eradication Underground Death and Black Metal Festival with Postmortem, Slayer tribute band, and Urbarian. Yeah, Basement Torch Killings as well are playing. That's on the Saturday, so that'll be cool. So yeah, Sunday the 16th, we've got the second day of Eradication Festival. Which will be really, really good. So go and check that out. Obviously, just listed the bands there. And then another big one at the Electric, which is Spine Shank and Drowning Pool and Head PE, because we're talking about lineups that feel like they belong circa 2001. That's definitely one of them. Moving on to...
So next one that we've got in the calendar is Wednesday the 19th of November. We have got Cell Rot, who are Power Violence, Flesh Creep, who are punk hardcore, and Get Fucked, who are Bristol-based noise punk.
Nice.
That's at the Exchange.
That sounds like a good gig. Thursday the 20th, we have Hailstorm, Bloody Wood, and Kelsey Carter. Where is that? Oh, that's in Cardiff. Oh, it's a Cardiff one. We're giving you an extra Cardiff one there. And we've also got Sigils, post-metal, Shadow of Icarus, which is Kerison's band. Kerison is the guitarist in a band with me, Old Gods. They're progressive metal, and Redshift, and that's at the Thunderbolt.
Redshift are so good. Go and watch.
Yeah,
they're like Geddy Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, insane.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because Shadow of Icarus.
Rush. That's what I meant.
Shadow of Icarus are really good. So yeah, and also I swear the Thunderbolt isn't closing down, because they said they were closing down, and they're still doing gigs. I swear I got told it was closing down like about 4 months ago.
Yeah, sometimes with this is because maybe they were gonna sell and whoever was gonna buy pull it back. It happens a lot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right. So yeah.
Cool. And then on November Friday the 21st, that just came out really wrong, didn't it? We have got Conan, who are Doom Sludge. They're playing at Thekla, Conan and Mint. We have got BTR at the Exchange. They are traditional heavy metal. And then also at the Exchange, we have got Fights and Fires, who are punky hardcore. Ashtray, which is a brilliant name for a band.
That's actually a good name.
They are alt-rock, post-hardcore, and Runt, who are experimental metal.
Nice. Saturday the 27th, straight in. Big show here, Svalbard. Obviously, Bristol locals, quite a lot of them are. Matt the bassist, used to work here in the Griffin. Toured all over the world, but they are calling it quits. So this is their final tour. Yeah. So I even know the lead singer a little bit. They are playing with Cage Fight at the Thekla. And yeah, that is the Saturday the 22nd. You've also got Chocolate Starfish, Limp Bizkit tribute band. If you just fancy a bit of fun at the Golden Lion, go and watch Chocolate Starfish. I think
and
that
the hot dog flavoured water.
I think that might have been the Limp Bizkit cover band that me and young Finn, saw a bit of at Burn It Down Festival.
Oh, is it?
I think so, yeah. So I think that might be the femme-fronted.
Yeah, they ring a bell. I think I have seen them.
I think it's the femme-fronted Limp Bizkit tribute band, yeah. So they were a lot of fun.
Cool. And then on Sunday, the 23rd of November, at the Exchange, we've got Dry Socket, who are hardcore. And we've also got Kute, spelt Kute, and Gorham, who I don't have a description of. So
yeah, I've heard of Kute and Gorham. I feel like I've heard these names floating around a little bit. So I think that'll be a good show. Monday the 24th, Negative Frame, or the thrash band. Born in Dissonance, who we've talked about before, metalcore. And Chained Existence, metallic hardcore. That's at the Croft on Monday the 24th.
And then on Tuesday the 25th at the Exchange again, we have got, how do I pronounce this? Lynn?
Yeah,
L-L-N-N.
Yeah, it's the band I go on about. So this is a show I really want to go to.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah.
And Pupil Slicer.
Yes.
So yeah, head to that. Say hello to Matteo.
Yeah, no descriptions there, but Lynn are like black and hardcore, like kind of industrial.
Oh, that sounds good.
Really good. And Pupil Slicer are just absolutely... I mean, they're probably still one of the bands kind of slightly doing mathcore, but just saying they're a mathcore band kind of does them a bit of a disservice. They're definitely a lot more than like just a mathcore band. But that'll be a really good show.
And on Wednesday, the 26th of November, you've got Alvaro's show at the Griffin.
Yeah.
Come along, see some magic tricks.
I promise I won't sing. Only feel obligated to it. And we will lock the doors first, so don't worry.
Nice. Friday, the 28th, we've got a big one, Stray from the Path, who know, hardcore punk outfit. Alpha Wolf, were one of the big kind of new breed of hardcore, metalcore outfits. They're massive. And Graphic Nature, they're a big new metal outfit. Calva Louise, alt metal, and electronic post-hardcore. Stray from the Path, also their final tour, because they're calling it quits. This is at the Crane, which is where we went to see Igor. So the Crane / Prop Yard, because it is the same venue now. So it's confusing, but it's got 3 names. But the Prop Yard is the Crane. Is the Prop Yard is the Crane.
Okay.
So that's where it is.
I believe they're just called the Crane now.
No. It's still the Prop Yard. They're
Oh.
still doing the same thing they did with Motion, where if it's a club night, they call it the Prop Yard. And if it's like a band, they call it the Crane. The way that they used to call it Motion for the club nights and Marble Factory for the gigs. It gets confusing.
Right, okay.
Don't know why you guys do it, but love you to pieces. Please build some actual toilets. Should we leave it there for now?
That is all we need to say.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. List of the gigs. Please go through. We'll be sharing all of that on the social media as well. So I think that is going to bring us to, and because we've got a guest who's also going to review this album with us, David's Black City album review.
Oh my god.
Album review.
I can just turn your mic off if I want to.
No, I'll stop singing.
No, turn it on.
Hello.
Yeah, fine.
Hello.
Yeah, you're back on.
Yay. Okay, so we have a lovely album to review today, guys, don't we?
That I had to text David and ask him how to pronounce the name of the band.
Oh, please do explain it to me, because...
Hang on, let me find the text. Sanguisugabogg.
Your starter for 10. God, do you want to spell it out fully? Just so people know.
I just did.
San. Yeah, S-A-N. Gui.
Suga. Bog.
Yeah, so, and the album that we are reviewing, their new album, is Hideous Aftermath. which if you look at the cover, you will see... I mean, at first I genuinely thought it was just a kebab. I mean, underneath what is obviously a limbless, headless corpse with spears stuck through it, does just look like a kebab, like on a spit.
Now that you've said it, I can unsee it.
I feel like I've been served this at 4:00 in the morning from a van at least once or twice.
You probably have.
Yeah, exactly. Sanguisugabogg are a really interesting band. So funny enough, I realised once he sent this through, this band's logo, if you see their death metal logo name, is quite infamous for being one of like the most kind of just incomprehensible like death metal band logos, and it's like slightly slanted to the side. And also what I realized, and I went and looked up again, I couldn't find the full article, but recently they had to send like a cease and desist. The band had to send a cease and desist to like a fashion label who blatantly just stole their logo and started using it on like clothes, because like, you know, death metal logos are really popular at the moment.
Yeah.
Loads of fashion houses keep on stealing that like aesthetic, and they basically just stole their logo.
I gotta say, I think it's a missed opportunity, because I couldn't wait to see somebody in a Costa Coffee with a t-shirt from this band until the when. If you like Sanguisugabogg that much, name 3 songs by them.
Are you sure they knew it was a logo? Maybe they thought it was like some twigs.
That's what I mean. Is there's like, I think there's a possibility they thought, oh, this is like a cool pattern that's going around the internet. It's like, it's not a pattern, it's a band name. But yeah, so yeah, their new album, Hideous Aftermath. Jen, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on Sanguisugabogg, Hideous Aftermath?
That album's a bit of me, that is. Thank you, David. That's one of the best ones you've given us. It is deathy. It's got some slammy elements, as much as we argued about that on the phone earlier.
We did, yeah, because I feel like I would have just called this extreme metal, and now I feel like nowadays the kids just all call it slam.
I feel like it's mostly deathy.
Right. Fair.
But
yeah.
I guess modern. I don't know.
But is modern death slam, or is
it? I don't know. It's just fucking metal, isn't it? At the end of the day, just
leave comments. We know you want to.
Bristo's downstairs. I'll go and ask him. He'll have the correct answer.
Definitely not opinionated about what subgenres of things are we metal fans.
But it had a lot of industrial in it, which I love. Industrial. If you don't already know, it definitely had some godfleshy elements. Yeah. No.
And it's got some, interestingly, we've got Felony Abuse of a Corpse, which is the second song on the album, features Peeling Flesh, who we talked about. We've been listening to quite a bit of Peeling Flesh.
Yeah, Peeling Flesh and Mint.
They're definitely more slam, though, aren't they? Peeling Flesh.
Yeah, I call them grindcore.
Let's see, grindy slam. See, it gets complicated. Grindy, slammy, corey, extremey, deathy metal. And then you've got Defeated Sanity feature on it. And was it the lead singer of
Cattle Decap?
Cattle Decap is on there as well. So yeah. So you like this then?
Yeah.
From start to finish, you like the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I only had a day to listen to it, but I will be putting it on a lot more. I've listened to it about 3 times today, and it wasn't a chore, put it that way.
Yeah, fair. What about you, Alvaro? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna admit straight away that it's not the kind of metal. I remember the good old times when there was 3 kinds of metal. Okay, it was we still remember. When it was like heavy metal, epic metal, and basically nu metal. And that was basically it in Spain. But I definitely enjoy the industrial elements of it. I listen to a lot of industrial metal. I must admit that my favorite song from the album, and this is gonna sound terrible with that title, is Erotic Behaving. is something. Now, I must admit that I didn't know this band, so I tried to research the band a little bit. It's kind of a passion project by different bands.
Yes.
And I was watching a very fun moment in one of their concerts when they were like, this song is called Dragged by a Truck, and it's a song about being dragged by a truck. that I think is great. Is you know what you get.
Keeping it simple.
Okay, you know what you get. There are no surprises.
Yeah.
The title will tell you what you are going to be listening to.
Yeah.
Some of the you see a lot of the elements that are used across the song. So clearly the sound, apparently for what I have heard, in comparison with other albums, seems more mature. It's like they know better what they are doing. Well, in the previous albums, they were doing a little bit more of everything, which is always good to see bands how they mature over time and they find the direction. But still, you can tell they are having fun. That's fundamental when creating anything. So will I listen to it again? Maybe. Will be in my playlist to listen to while I have my breakfast in the morning. Absolutely not. Nothing personal. It was fun to listen to, and I will say they have proper. I mean, let me check because I took some notes about this and then I left it at home. But yeah, it's 10 songs, and I must say I enjoy 7 of them.
That's good.
Properly. So it's a good percentage.
That's a high percentage, yeah. That's a high
percentage. So I will definitely pick some songs from this album, but not something that is like, I want to listen to the full album across all day on repeat.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm very ADHD and I do these things with other albums. Yeah. That's why, for me, something that becomes kind of a judgment for bands. Can I listen to this for the next 6 months non-stop until my neighbors hate me? That's the question I ask myself all the time.
That's totally fair. Hey, no, but it's good. It's kind of throw you into it last minute. So it's really interesting to see that you enjoyed it that much. Which comes to, I guess, like what I think of it, which is I mean I really like this a lot. Obviously, I always try and go into this when we review the more, like what I call like the more extreme stuff. Is obviously this is my cup of tea, so I'm already going into this liking this. For the listeners who remember, me and Tom reviewed the new Pissgrave album. That was quite a while ago now. This is definitely not quite like, it's extreme, it's heavy, thundering riffs, just crazy like death metal vocals the whole way through, but it's definitely not as like screechy and quite as noise piercing as what Pissgrave are like, kind of more like dragging nails down a chalkboard way of going about things. This actually has, what surprised me is, I know that for people outside that don't like this kind of music that much, it can all start sounding a bit the same and a bit repetitive. What I found really great about this album is every time I thought, ooh, this is maybe getting a bit repetitive, the next song would switch it up quite a bit. They'd introduce new elements, they'd put in different rhythms, they'd kind of introduce even some slightly different vocal styles.
They even had some like skit tracks, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah. Like it broke it up, it made it fun. I think exactly what you said. Like I actually realized, once I realized who this band were, that I have actually listened to some of their older stuff. Definitely their older stuff is much more just like, let's just fucking make as much noise as possible and go crazy, which is great. But this has definitely got a much more feeling of like a coherent album to it, which is really good. I thought the production on this was really good. I thought the vocals sounded great. What I also liked, and this is just a personal thing of mine, is especially with this rise of like this really technical deathcore sound, is that kick drums have started sounding really electric. Yeah. And in this album, this kick drum properly actually sounds like a shovel hitting wet cement, which is kind of what I quite like. Yeah. It actually sounds like someone's playing a kick drum, not like an electric noise drum. So that kind of horrible, like thundering, slightly wet sound like the kick drum, which I actually really enjoy. Yeah, I thought it was great. Rankings out of 11. I mean, first of all, I'd say definitely I'd go watch this band. I'd love to see them. I'm 100% going to listen to this again. There's a couple of tracks on here probably going to go into rotation for me. Yeah, for sure. 100% my cup of tea. For me personally, out of 11, giving it a 9. Giving it a 9. It's going up there. It's probably one of my favourites that we've reviewed all year.
I was also going to give it a 9. If you're interested in the more industrial side of it, my favourite track was Repulsive Demise.
Nice.
Check that bad boy out.
Yeah.
I would buy the record. I would go see them live. Yep. I would not want to miss them if they were at a festival. Yep. And I was also going to give them
100%
9.
agree. What about you? Out of 11? Be honest.
Being completely honest, I will probably give it a 7 out of 11.
That's still good, though. That's still good.
Keeping in mind that it's not your style.
Yeah.
So still, I enjoyed. It's not like other times that I had to literally turn it off. I have a lot of friends in the scene that some of the things they send me at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, and I must admit, as as someone that have been in Bristol for 14 years, and please nobody try to find me and murder me for what I'm gonna say. You will have to get in the queue. There is a few people trying already. a lot of death metal lyrics, they sound like a Bristolian ass thing. Like it sounds like
it sounds Bristolian to you.
Yeah, people with this deep Bristolian accent. That's what I imagine.
Oh, I've never thought of that, but now that you've said it,
that's quite funny.
Oh,
actually.
no.
You know what we're gonna have to do now? Next podcast, we have to get some death metal lyrics, and then we have to try and do the
what make me
game.
see them,
Yeah.
see them, say them.
Yeah. Reap my lover.
Reap me love.
Reaping the limbless cadaver.
Well, we can just get Bristow to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, everyone. We're Ascaria. The next one's called.
I love it. That's so good. Yeah, so thank you very much, David. Black City Records. I'm sure this is available there on all the formats it's available on. Go check them out. Did you talk about the road being free in front of Black City Records now?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Finally, for the first time in what feels like forever, Black City Records is not hidden behind a shitload of roadworks that it's been hidden behind for like...
You can walk freely to it.
You can actually walk to it and you can see the shop and not have to try and find it through a maze of like high fences and shit like that. So that's really nice. We'll see how long that lasts. Dave's a bit... He's a bit like, how long is this going to last until they decide to do some more stupid roadworks here. But yeah, no. That's awesome. Should we move on to some kind of general and newsy stuff?
Yeah, what's on the news?
Well, we've got some interesting news to pick up from what you and Tom talked about last podcast, which is Disturbed.
Oh, for fuck's
finally
sake.
decided to... They're calling it... They're going on an indefinite hiatus.
Oh, good.
Yeah, exactly. So... Fuck you, Draymond, you're a Zionist. Tom's not here to tell me I can't do it. Fuck you. You signed bombs that murdered children, and you're a Zionist, and get fucked. And you say really racist stuff on Instagram all the time. Fuck off. And Disturbed only had one song, and even that song is fucking cringe as fuck. And that's it. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Anyway, moving on. Fuck Disturbed. We also have some slightly sad news. So do you remember that Tom went and saw a band called Dogma at Bloodstock?
Yeah, I've only read a little bit about this, but
right.
yeah.
Because I sent through a link a while ago into our
I
group
didn't
chat.
read it.
Have you heard of this band called Dogma?
No, I haven't.
So basically, they're like, we didn't actually end up seeing them. Tom saw them. He said they were a lot of fun. They're like a kind of demonic nun, like kind of all female, like kind of death metal-y band.
Yeah.
So like they've been going for quite a while, and obviously gotten like, you know, they're pretty big. Like I said, you know, they're playing like quite a lot of the big festivals. I don't know what country they're based in. I don't know if it's America. I can't remember. But anyway, basically the first thing I saw about this was the thing I sent through, which is basically it seems like people didn't realize this. The band, because they wear a lot of like masks and face paint and stuff like that, so they're kind of all a bit anonymous, like I guess old school Slipknot, Sleep Token, whatever, that kind of thing. But then it turns out that actually the band is very much run by this management company, very similar to how like the K-pop and J-pop bands are, right? This kind of like, they literally just farm kids in and out, and they don't, you know, it doesn't matter, like, you know, they'll just get replaced. It's like almost like a factory. They're just like, oh cool, you've broken your leg and you can't dance anymore, fuck off, we'll replace you with somebody else. And so it turns out that apparently Dogma behind the scenes is actually quite like that. So they are basically just the members that are in the band are paid terribly. So a lot of this got found out from a woman who went to audition as the lead singer, and they were going to give it to her. And then she said, luckily she had like lawyer friends, and she got them to look over the contract, and she was like, they were like, do not sign this. This contract is atrocious. They're paid like $100 a show.
What?
I know, like it's really bad. Like you have no rights to any of the music. You have no rights to your look. You have no rights to your name. You have no rights to any lyrics.
Probably they own your soul for the rest of your life.
They own anything that you create with Dogma, or potentially even some of the stuff you create outside of that you could try and claim as being theirs. Right?
Yeah.
And so so this has all come out. She kind of did a whole thing and you know, said obviously didn't join the band and did a whole statement. And now it turns out I think 2 or 3 other members have now left the band as well. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that. It's pretty crazy, like having a bat like that kind of, like I said, almost like industrial pop attitude managing to sneak into the metal space, I guess.
I mean, you say sneak in, but there's probably a lot more of that going on that we just don't really know about.
I mean, I I know this have happened before. Like there is, we always have with some bands that suddenly the bassist leaves and suddenly he composes a lot of the songs, but now he has no rights over it. The problem is with, especially in the moment anything becomes big, any kind of band, including festival bands, anything like that, it becomes a product. And in the moment it's a product, welcome to the capitalist circus, where the important thing is making money. And they protect their interests in actual draconian ways.
I think what kind of stands this out a bit than that is the fact that this is genuinely, like, I had no idea, I don't think anyone really did, that this was such a, I guess, corporate band, that this was literally a created band. And then unfortunately then you go and look at them, and I'm not saying it's bad, once again it's not bad, like the kind of the aesthetics and stuff, but you look at the aesthetics of, like, let's be real, a lot of very classically attractive women in not a lot of clothing kind of dancing around on stage, and kind of you're going, it suddenly all kind of clicks in your place, like, oh yeah, this does feel like a bunch of guys. If you gave guys a load of money and told them to create a metal band, this is what they do.
Yeah.
They would just get a lot of half-naked women and dress them up as, like, gimp nuns and cover them in fake blood. Once again, I haven't really listened to any of their music, so I can't judge them on that front. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, it's interesting because you're seeing people obviously condemning this, but then also, like, baby metal's a thing. Like, and a lot of people spend a lot of time defending how baby metal work, and they came out of the J-pop like that kind of machine, so, and that's pretty.
Well, you could just say that about any band, really, if you're getting technical, can't you? Because, like, everything is a product. All bands are a product for capitalism. I guess, they're all selling points.
I guess more like just this, like, literally, like it's not like me and you have started a band and then we've become popular, we've become a product. Like, literally, like, we're gonna hire you as a, sorry, this is a full finger wag.
My face.
I mean, in this case, this is pre-designed. So this,
that's what
this
I
is,
mean. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at.
The terrible part is this gonna happen more and more and more. We are seeing now in a lot of platforms, literally bands that are pure AI.
Oh God,
they do not exist.
Yeah.
There is not an actual human being behind. There is somebody that have got into any kind of bot of this. Created the whole thing, put the right prompts, let's say, and suddenly you make money passively. And it happens in a lot of platforms. One of the main ways that people make money now on Amazon is by having ChatGPT write a book. You publish under a pseudonym. And usually for £1 is if you sell 100 just for people that like the cover, there we go. You have made
the AI generated cover.
and this is actually happening about singers and performers having no rights. In the world of AI is getting worse because now one of the scandals with actors and singers and things like that is that some of them are being forced to sign their image. So in case anything happens to them in the future, they can use their image through AI to keep an hologram and you keep playing until the end of times in the afterlife.
It's interesting. Gonna divert from metal here quickly, but there were two young rappers who died quite a long time ago now. One, Little Peep and Juice WRLD. And they died. I mean, Juice WRLD died after Little Peep, but it's got to be like at least a solid 8 to 9, almost 10 years. I want to say that these two have been dead, and I'm not joking. They're still releasing music with them now.
Oh yeah.
Now the rumor is now starting to circulate that they're using AI to recreate their voices, because originally they kept on saying, "Oh, we found this extra bit of verse on the cutting room floor. Oh, we found this, half-finished demo."
Oh, what? Really, they're just using AI. Yeah.
And it might be now that it's coming out that actually they're just using AI to recreate their voices.
If I don't remember wrong, one of the first articles I remember reading when AI started becoming more and more of a thing is that they took from a classical composer and unfinished song and using AI finished it, and they were saying this as something great, and for me it was like, that's it. This is how we sell our souls completely.
I can't remember what the AI rock band's called, but it's the one that's on Spotify. I can't remember what their name is, but there's a full AI rock band on Spotify.
More than one. They're actually Spotify taking down these bands because they're not real bands.
And then they fill, and then what they do is like any of these, like, if you enjoy putting like jazz to focus or like lo-fi beats to do this, like loads of them are just filled with AI music now. It's like just AI generated like jazz and AI generated like kind of soft beat stuff, I guess is what you call it.
The theory of the dead internet is coming.
Yeah, no, it feels like that a lot. It feels pretty dire with the AI stuff, and it really does feel like you're not sure like where or when. It just doesn't feel like they're gonna stop. Like it really, like they're just gonna see how far they can push this. And it's pretty bad. So what else have we got to talk about? We have got the upgrade experiment.
Yeah, so they've been upgraded to the main room now. So I think that gig is on the day this episode comes out.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, go to the upgrade.
If you're listening to this, go to the O2. They're actually doing something decent. Still, fuck you. You charge too much for beer, and I hate you. But you should go. It'd be great. Obviously, all the local bands: Buried in Bermuda, Nuns of the Tundra, Hole Tripper, Dead Rubber Dolls, and Vulture God. All there. So yeah, I mean, it'd be like you guys said on the last episode. It would be nice if the O2 actually started maybe trying to. Hopefully, this is maybe an outreach program that they're going to try and do with some of their venues to actually try and have like better like local gigs. I mean, I remember that the Fleece used to be that venue for so long.
Oh yeah.
Like they just put these mixed like shows
They
on
still do the scouting sessions.
Yeah.
I was in one like 2 weeks ago on a Sunday.
Right, yeah.
And it was like a fiver, and they had like 7 bands.
Yeah.
Local. Some of them pretty solid.
Yeah. It is worth checking out sometimes, isn't it? For sure. And it's good when venues do that. You know, give like the smaller local bands a chance just to like play more shows basically, and maybe play to some audiences that they're not kind of used to playing to.
Yeah.
Right. Well, to finish off, I guess I was going to ask you, what is obviously you've got the shows at the Griffin coming up and things like that. Is there anything else in the future that is coming down the magical pipeline?
Basically, starting in January, more residencies with new places. We are now negotiating these residencies.
Nice.
Some more opportunities to see me shuffling cars late at night. Just what you need after 20 drinks. And also, basically, the show at the Griffin is a pilot of something that we are going to expand to more places.
Nice.
Another venue where I'm going to be doing this eventually is the the Ill Repute that we were talking about earlier. In that, downstairs they have like this lovely micro theater area.
Like a catacombs downstairs.
Exactly. So it's one of the places that I want to do it. And, to be honest, it's very boring, but we are getting into December now, which means a million corporate events in December.
Right, this is busy time for you then.
So
in that sphere of like...
It's the survival game at this point,
That's all good. Where can people find you online? What are the socials?
So, Magic Malka, one word, on Instagram. I think I'm still on Facebook, but to be honest, I never check on Facebook. I reach at this point where every time I open Facebook, I just get angry, and at some point I stopped getting into Facebook.
I do like your Facebook rants.
I haven't had one in ages.
No, not for a while. Bring them back.
Oh God, I don't know. I think my therapist will start charging me double if I continue doing that.
I'm with you on hating Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook have become this anger trap that I don't need right now.
I'm not joking. Like, so I haven't had a personal Facebook for years, but I had to just create like a dead Facebook page to connect to my Instagram because Instagram Meta likes that. And I'm not joking. For whatever reason, I got sent a link or something. I clicked it. It was Facebook. I didn't realize it just opened it in my phone. Yep. And the first thing it showed me was like groups you might like. Because obviously I follow nothing. This is a dead Facebook page. I follow nothing. And I'm not joking. It's like a CGI image of a beach with loads of crosses with poppies on and like boats trying to come to the beach, and it's like protect it. It's like I was just like, Jesus Christ, this place hasn't changed, has it?
It's getting even worse.
Yeah. Now it's full of AI.
So Magic Malka on Instagram is the best way to find me, or just through my website magicmalka.com, where I just announce normally future shows and things like that.
Nice.
When I remember to update it.
Yeah, got to stay on top of it. Jen, where can they find you on social media?
Piercings by Janine. Drop me a message if you'd like a piercing.
Nice. And you can find me, Girlboygoth Tattoo, on Instagram, on the website as well. Working at Crisp on Old Market. You can also book through them. We've been Fuel for My Fire podcast, episode 33. Do you want to say it?
Episode 33.
Oh, so sorry. I meant the out tag. I mean, hey, you know what? We haven't done enough Irish accent that Tom's not here. What's your best Irish accent?
Irish accent?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have too many accents as it is. I don't want to go.
You sure you don't want to give the Irish a try?
No, I'm okay, thank you. I'm terrified of offending another nation today. I already have done enough against Bristol.
I love it.
I'm not. Episode 33. Tom's not here for the most Irish episode of them all.
See you in the pits, guys.
See you in the pits.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.